Youth protester Immaculate Nekesa, who was popularly known as Ashley Magero, will be laid to rest tomorrow. She went viral during the Anti-Finance Bill 2024 demonstrations back in June. What killed her? I don't know honestly, but may her soul rest in eternal peace. Rumor has it that Safaricom was aiding those in authorities in fishing out all those that managed to get to parliament premises on that fateful day. And with how things have been unfolding from the fateful day when the Gen Z got to parliament, Kenya has actually witnessed unprecedented tragedy. Youths are being abducted left, right, and center, and some are forced into enforced disappearances, only for them to be found dead later on. Youths are honestly suffering. In fact, the scale of suffering demands accountability. In fact, I read somewhere that all those youths who managed to find their way into parliament on the 25th June have been tracked down using the security gadgets, and in one way or the other, it is either they were abducted or, as of the time of this broadcast, a vast majority of them were found killed. And the buck didn't stop with protesters only, but they went furthering their main targets to political dissidents, activists, bloggers, and protesters. And that's why many Kenyans have cried out to Safaricom, for they have been aiding on giving the specificities of Kenyans. This actually turns Safaricom to be a criminal outfit, because why will they share our data without our consent? And in fact, the police were using real-time data from Safaricom to abduct very innocent youth to whom their only crime was they demonstrating in rejection to the finance bill. Because you will honestly wonder how men in uniform found it easy and had an easy access to their localities without any constraints. They pick you in broad daylight or late in the night, and you become a past tense. So Safaricom really has so many questions than answers to answer to Kenyans. And in fact, it is barely less than a week ago that Safaricom CEO was hosted on the JKL by Koinange Jeff, and he had to state that the giant telecommunication company was celebrating 20 years of service, and he went ahead to sanitize the firm on allegations of working with the government in an effort of sharing people's data. He went further, sanitizing the firm a week prior to the firm being named to have worked with the government. In fact, the Safaricom CEO, Peter Ndegwa, had a sanctimonious talk with Koinange Jeff, trying to sanitize how they couldn't share people's data to the authorities, and of which many Kenyans felt that his statement was just to sanitize the firm, but instead that was equivalent to a blatant lie. And before I even come to the penultimate part of this episode, I would just like to say this. No matter how much the Safaricom CEO will try sanitizing the giant telecommunication firm, as of the time of this broadcast, very many Kenyans have already known that Safaricom shared their data to the DCI or any other security company within the Kenya Kwanza administration in a bid to track down all those protesters who managed to be at parliament on that day, on the 25th day of June, when youth managed to get into parliament, when they overpowered the security forces. So no matter what statement the Safaricom CEO does tell Kenyans, he actually has to come up with a concrete statement on how he is going to prove to Kenyans that Safaricom never shared their data to the government. But from where I sit, that has just been my opinion. If you do have a contrary opinion to mine, you can as well feel free to drop them in the comment section and I'll give them a right of reply. Thank you and may God bless you.